Hello, Logan students. This is Miss Campbell. And so for this video, it's kind of a little different than all of my other videos. So we all know we're stuck at home. We're doing our social distancing. We're staying 6 feet away from people so that we can, stop the spread of this illness. But one thing I think we need to talk about more, and that's the reason for this week's wellness challenge, is how much we touch our faces, because we don't even realize, I think, how much we are putting our hands to our mouths, to our nose, where all of those germs can enter our body at. So we wash our hands really good. We know that the song from Elmo, we wash our hands really good. I think we all stress that enough, and that we do that really well. But one thing I don't think we know, or that we think about, is how much we touch our faces still. So I wanted to show you this video, just kind of like let you see a way to imagine it. So I am very excited to demonstrate this by completely covering this side of my face in shaving cream. It's because I love you guys. Okay, so give me a minute to do that. I'll be back with a shaving cream beard. Guys, I have shaving cream in my mouth and in my nose. This was a terrible idea, but I just kind of wanted to show you, to visualize. Okay, so this area, this is the area a mask normally covers, So kind of why doctors are telling us, oh, we don't really need to wear masks unless we're feeling sick, is because it helps protect other people better than it does protect ourselves. I'm sorry that you cannot take me seriously when I'm talking like this. I'm sorry. But anyways. Oh, there's shaving cream in my nose. Okay. Anyways, so masks protect people. Like if you're sick and you wear a mask and you cough, that cough doesn't go into the air to spread. And instead it traps all those germs so that they don't spread as much. And now they don't necessarily filter the air, so if like you cough and someone's next to you and they're wearing a mask, that mask isn't going to protect them from like breathing the same air that you just coughed out. But it will protect them in that they're not able to touch their face quite as much. And that on its own can be very helpful at preventing the spread of diseases. So what I'm doing here is I'm showing you how much we touch this area of our face, why it's important to, if you want to wear a mask, that's completely fine. And a third thing, never ever do this. Don't put shaving cream on your face. It's just not. Y'all don't have beards. It's fine. And as someone who just experienced shaving cream up my nose, I can fully 100% recommend do not do this at home, please. Now, as far as this challenge goes, I think I'm going to do awesome because, one, I can feel that there's something on my face, and hopefully that will make me less likely to touch it. And two, I am very conscientiously thinking about touching my face, so I think I'm gonna pass this, okay? And if I don't, maybe I'll have to do some kind of punishment. Maybe every time I touch my face, I'll have to do like jumping jacks or something. Okay, so we'll see. So keep a tally going. We're gonna see if I can get through this without touching my face. So that being said, let's get to what this video is actually about, which I just wanted to read to you guys. So I've got 2 books picked out, and this is the first one. So you've probably seen it in my office if y'all have been in there. It's just a cute little storybook where you can, point to various body parts. I thought it would be really good for this challenge. So we're going to try and see if we can, focus on the book, be really interactive with the book, and still not touch our faces. So let's go through this, guys. So this one is, let's see, Cookie Monster on top, and it's says Sesame Begins, so you know he's from Sesame Street. And let's see what it's called. That's the title right there. Eyes and nose, fingers and toes. So let's get into this. Alright, we see Big Bird. Okay, so it says, oh, where am I? There we go. It says clap your hands and make a sound. So can we do that? Can we clap our hands? Clap your hands and make a sound. There we go. Oh. Wiggle your fingers all around. So where are your fingers? Do you see them? Right there. She's wiggling her fingers. So all around. Still haven't touched my face. Bend and reach to touch your toes. Oh, we gotta stand up for this one. Gotta bend and reach and touch our toes. Okay. Let's see what he's doing. He's touching his toes. Oh. Stand up straight. Point to your nose. So I'm not gonna stand because then you wouldn't see me. We're gonna point to your nose, not touch it. I haven't touched it yet. Okay. So you can see he's pointing. Oh, he's pointing to his nose. So what's kind of funny here is I think they're really trying to show you that even though they're spelled differently, toes, toes, T-O-E-S, and nose, N-O-S-E, those rhyme even though they're spelled a little bit different. Do you see that difference? Nose, N-O-S-E, toes, T-O-E-S. I wonder why it is. Okay, so let's keep going. Let's see what they got next for us. Okay, they want you to open your mouth big and wide. Ah. And then, where's your tongue? It hides inside. So do you see your tongue? Do you see your tongue? So wide and inside. We can see how those rhyme. Those look the same. Wide, oh, wide, inside. Those rhyme. Count your eyes. 1 and 2. Still doesn't touch my face. What color are they? Brown, green, or blue? Wow, look at that difference. Blue. Oh, where are we? Blue and 2. 1 and 2 in blue. So 2, T-W-O. And that rhymes with blue. B-L-U-E. Those are so different looking, but they rhyme. Oh, and then look at him. He's pointing to his eyes. Cookie Monster, of course. And then, oh, Big Bird again. Now we've said our silly rhyme. Let's play the game one more time. Point to your eyes. Oh, this is hard. Point to your eyes, mouth, nose, and wiggle your fingers and your toes. So that was kind of fun. We made it through. I made it through without touching my face. How about you guys? Are we still hanging in there? Anyone doing jumping jacks? No? Okay. Well, that book's done. I'm moving on to the next one. So I picked this book because I thought it would be really interesting. You see here, it's, there's 2 friends sitting next to each other. And the title is called, Are We Still Friends? So I thought this would be kind of interesting because I know we're not really seeing our friends right now. We're kind of far away from them. We're kind of, staying home. And we might have our siblings or our family there. But are we still friends with our friends even though we didn't see them? Even though we may not be able to say hi to them? Or maybe even we got into an argument the last time we saw them. Are we still friends? So that's what this book's about. So I thought I might want to read that to y'all. This is cute so far. Oh, I promise I'll get used to this camera soon. Are we still friends? Ooh, this book is pretty. Okay, so it's just a. Oh! No! The book touched my face. Look at it. I got shaving. Okay, I don't know if you can see it. I got shaving cream on my book, and I have to do 5 jumping jacks. I'll do those at the end of this video, guys. 1. Touched my face. Thought I'd get through this. Okay. I hope this one's nice. Okay. I'm trying to get this to where you guys can see it all right. Can we see that? Can you see that? Okay, well, I'll read it like this, and if you can't see it, I'll get it closer in a minute. Guys, I just touched it again. I thought I had it with the first one. The second one's getting, okay. So it says, Beatrice and Abel lived side by side, so they're neighbors. So I don't know which one's which. So, oh, Abel, so I'm guessing he's the mouse. Abel grew apples, and Beatrice raised bees. They were the finest of friends, indeed. And so were the bees and the trees. Those are all rhyming. Wow. Bees, indeed, trees. Both have 2 E's in them. Okay. So let's move on. In summer, when honey filled Beatrice's hives, she hollered, "Hello, Abel, you free?" And he crossed the low wall to help gather the sticky, sweet liquid. So I guess this is Beatrice calling Abel over to get that sweet, sticky liquid. That's honey that the bees make. Oh, and in autumn, when apples filled Abel's trees, he called, "Hello, bee, please." And she crossed the low wall to help him harvest the ripe red fruit. Oh, so in the summer, he would help his friend by helping to gather the honey. And in the fall, when the apples were here, Beatrice would come over and help with the apples. So that sounds like something that friends would do. Do you help your friends? That sounds like something they would do. In winter, the bees and the trees rested. So Beatrice and Abel rested too. Side by side, they spread crispy toast with apple butter and sipped warm tea with honey. So in the winter, they would meet in the house and they would share food. Beatrice and Abel needed each other all year, but especially in springtime, when Abel's trees filled with flowers. Beatrice's bees needed the flower nectar to make the honey. Abel's trees needed bees to spread the pollen to make their fruit. Back and forth across the wall the bees flew. Oh, so they're helping each other again. In the springtime, the bees, they need to get to the flowers on the trees to make honey. But in that process, they do something called pollinate. That's where they share the pollen between the flowers. So they share the pollen between the flowers so that the fruit can grow. One spring morning, whack! Abel smacked into a branch. Ouch! And the smack startled a bee. Zing! The bee stung Abel right on his nose. Ow! Yow, he yammered. Wee-hee-hee. Oh, I would do that too if I got hit in the face with a branch and then stung by a bee. That would hurt. Across the wall, Beatrice heard Abel squeal. What a silly laugh, she thought. Wee-hee-hee, she laughed back. Oh, she misunderstood. She thought he was laughing because it was such a strange noise. She thought he was laughing. Was Bee laughing at him? Abel wondered. He rubbed his sore nose. Blasted Bee, he bellowed. Oh, so he misunderstood. He thinks that Beatrice is laughing at him. He doesn't understand. Was Abel talking to her? Beatrice wondered. Don't you bellow at me, she yelled. Pie face. Pie face? Abel sputtered. Well, you're a fuzzy brain. A wormy core. Fuzz brain? That's not nice. They're just calling each other names now. Back and forth, the words flew until Beatrice and Abel marched into their houses and slammed their doors behind them. There sat Abel, his hurt ripening like a big round apple. So what does ripening mean? It means growing. So when it's saying that, it's saying he's getting more and more hurt when he's thinking about it. Pie face, he sputtered. I don't need her or her bees. So he's really upset. Oh, and there sat Beatrice, her anger buzzing like an irate insect. Fuzzbrain, she muttered. I don't need him or his trees. But outside, the bees continued their quiet business. Back and forth across the wall they flew, sipping nectar and spreading pollen just the same as always. Abel scribbled a sign and planted it where the bees would see it. But the bees didn't care about the sign. Do you see his sign? It says, no bees allowed. Oh. No bees allowed. I don't think the bees would care about that. They don't really care to read signs. Beatrice built a fence to keep the bees on her side, but the bees didn't care about that either. Up in his attic, up in his attic, Abel gathered a jumble of junk. He piled it all on the wall. Down in her basement, Beatrice found a mishmash of trash. She stacked it on Abel's jumble. Sour apple, Beatrice snarled. Fuzzbrain, Abel answered. And you know what the bees did. They didn't care. But Beatrice and Abel didn't care. Higher and higher they stacked and piled until... Clink! Something slipped. Clink! Something dipped. And with a clatter and a crash, the whole teetering mass tumbled into the bee yard. What a mess! In all that tangle, there wasn't a sign of Beatrice. Hello, Abel called. No answer. Hello, Abel shouted. Where was she? Then he heard something. It could have been the bees or the wind in the trees, but it seemed to be coming from the pile, and it seemed to be saying, hello. Hello, Abel called. Hello? He might be getting worried. What if Beatrice is under that pile of junk? What if she's hurt? Seems like he still cares about her. Oh. At last, Abel found her. Hello, Bee, he whooped. I thought I lost you. Hello, yourself, she croaked. I thought you didn't care. Abel offered a hand and helped her climb out. I thought you were laughing at me, he said. I'm sorry. I thought you were insulting me, she said. I'm sorry too. Are we still friends? Indeed. They looked at the yard. What a royal mess. I'll put everything in apple pie order, Abel promised. I'll help, Beatrice said. So side by side, they cleaned everything up. Back in Abel's kitchen, they spread crispy toast with apple butter and sipped warm tea with honey. We're numbskulls, said Beatrice. Mush minds, Abel agreed. They were the finest of friends indeed, and so were the bees and the trees. Just the same as always. So they're playing together again. Alright. So I hope you guys liked that book. I liked that book a lot, so I thought I wanted to share it with you. Especially since, you know, we're not, oh wow, my mask is gone. I lost a lot of my mask, guys. I touched my face a lot more than I thought. Oh dear. But I liked that because it showed that even though they misunderstood each other and they were kind of hurt by each other, at the end of the day, they still really cared about each other and they didn't really mean to hurt each other. So I think that means a lot, especially now when we're so far away from our friends. We don't really know what they might be going through, and it might be a good idea to show them that you care, to show them that, you know, you're still thinking of them. So if you have like their phone number and if your parents can help you call them, that might be something that they would really be appreciative of. What do you think? So I hope you really enjoyed that. I thought that was fun for me too. I'm going to go clean off all of the shaving cream still left on my face. As you can see, it's still not in a mask. So yes, I did in fact touch my face a lot more than what I thought I would. So that just kind of shows you if you want to wear a mask, it can help protect. Because even though I didn't really realize I was touching my face that much, sometimes I did. And also just, you know, so you can help yourself or your family. If you see each other trying to touch your face, that's the challenge this week, is to tell them, oh, you just touched your face, and make it a game that way. So it was really nice seeing you guys. If you want to leave any comments down below, ask your parents' permission first. And also, do not put anything on your face. This was for me to show you. You do not by any means need to or should put anything on your face. Ask your parents. Don't do it. Just don't. Don't do it. Okay, bye.